Jubilees chapter 3. And on the 6 days of the second week, we brought according to the word of God to Adam all the beasts, and all the cattle, and all the birds, and everything that moves on the earth, and everything that moves in the water, according to their kinds, and according to their types, the beasts on the first day, the cattle on the second day, the birds on the third day, and all that which moves on the earth on the fourth day, and that which moves in the water on the fifth day. And Adam named them all by their respective names, and as he called them, so was their name. And on these 5 days Adam saw all these, male and female, according to every kind that was on the earth, but he was alone and found no helpmate for him. And the Lord said to us, It is not good that man should be alone. Let us make a helpmate for him. And the Lord our God caused a deep sleep to fall on him, and he slept. And he took for the woman one rib from among his ribs. And this rib was giving the origin of the woman from among his ribs. And he built up the flesh in its stead and built the woman. And he awoke Adam out of his sleep, and on awaking he rose on the 6th day, and he brought her to him. And he knew her and said to her, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She will be called woman because she was taken from man. Therefore, man and wife will be one, and therefore a man will leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife, and they will be one flesh. In the first week, Adam was created, and the rib, his wife. In the second week, he showed her to him. And for this reason, the command was given to keep in their defilements for a man 7 days, for a male 7 days, and for a female twice 7 days. And after Adam had completed 40 days in the land where he had been created, we brought him into the Garden of Eden to till and keep it. But they brought his wife in on the 80th day, and after this she entered into the Garden of Eden. And for this reason the command is written on the heavenly tablets in regard to her that gives birth. If she bears a male, she will remain in her uncleanness 7 days according to the first week of days, and 33 days she will remain in the blood of her purifying. And she will not touch any hallowed thing, nor enter into the sanctuary, until she accomplishes these days which are prescribed, in the case of a male child. But in case of a female child, she will remain in her uncleanness 2 weeks of days, according to the first 2 weeks, and 66 days in her blood of purification. And they will be in all 80 days. And when she had completed these 80 days, we brought her into the Garden of Eden, for it is holier than all the earth besides, and every tree that is planted in it is holy. Therefore, there was ordained regarding her who bears a male or a female child the statute of those days, that she should touch no hallowed thing, nor enter into the sanctuary until these days for the male or female child are accomplished. This is the law and the testimony which was written down for Israel, in order that they should observe it all the days. And in the first week of the first Jubilee, Adam and his wife were in the Garden of Eden for 7 years, tilling and keeping it. And we gave him work, and we instructed him to do everything that is suitable for tillage. And he tilled the garden, and was naked, and did not know it, and was not ashamed. And he protected the garden from the birds and beasts and cattle, and gathered its fruits, and ate, and put aside the residue for himself and for his wife. And after the completion of the 7 years which had been completed there, 7 years exactly, and in the second month, on the 17th day of the month, the serpent came and approached the woman. And the serpent said to the woman, Has God commanded you, saying, You will not eat of every tree of the garden? And she said to it, Of all the fruits of the trees of the garden God has said to us, Eat. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden God has said to us, You will not eat thereof, neither will you touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said to the woman, You will surely not die, for God knows that on the day you will eat thereof, your eyes will be opened, and you will be as gods, and you will know good and evil. And the woman saw the tree that it was agreeable and pleasant to the eye, and that its fruit was good for food. And she took thereof and ate. And when she had first covered her shame with fig leaves, she gave thereof to Adam, and he ate. And his eyes were open, and he saw that he was naked. And he took fig leaves and sewed them together and made an apron for himself, and covered his shame. And God cursed the serpent and was angry with it forever. And he was angry with the woman because she listened to the voice of the serpent and ate. And he said to her, I will greatly multiply your sorrows and your pains. In sorrow you will bring out children, and your return will be to your husband or man, and he will rule over you. And he also said to Adam, because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded you, that you should not eat thereof, the ground is cursed for your sake. It will bring out thorns and thistles to you, and you will eat your bread in the sweat of your face until you return to the earth from where you were taken. For earth you are, and to earth you will return. And he made coats of skin for them, and clothed them, and sent them out from the Garden of Eden. And on that day on which Adam went out from the garden, he offered a sweet savor on offering, frankincense, galbanum, and stacte, and spices in the morning, which with the rising of the sun from the day when he covered his shame. And on that day the mouth of all beasts, and of cattle, and of the birds, and of whatever walks, and of whatever moves, was closed, so that they could no longer speak, for they had all spoken with one another with one lip and with one tongue. And he sent out of the Garden of Eden all flesh that was in the Garden of Eden, and all flesh was scattered according to its kinds, and according to its types to the places which had been created for them. And to man alone did he give the means to cover his shame. Of all the beasts and cattle, on this account it is prescribed on the heavenly tablets as touching all those who know the judgment of the law, that they should cover their shame, and should not uncover themselves as the nation uncovered themselves. And on the new moon of the 4th month, Adam and his wife went out from the Garden of Eden, and they dwelt in the land of Eldah, in the land of their creation. And Adam called the name of his wife Eve, and they had no son until the first Jubilee, and after this he knew her. Now he tilled the land as he had been instructed in the Garden of Eden.